All right, we are back. Sorry about the technical glitches during the break there. Um, uh, where were we were about to do something with Aaron.
Yeah. So the Crimson was splitting off from the rest of the group to scout out Maj's bedroom.
Mm-hmm. It's totally gonna go great.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do I get any kind of benefit from my thing where I'm fast and quiet and normal load?
Essentially, what this would mean is if someone were in a heavy thing,
Mm-hmm.
if someone were in heavy, if someone were in heavy, they'd have a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
In normal, this is standard. In light, it's also like it's really more just if you tell me you would like to dash somewhere and
Mm-hmm.
you're quick and quiet, I'm not going to give you a penalty. Is more what it is rather than benefit, if that makes
Mm,
sense.
gotcha.
Like it's not going to make you faster; it's going to make you not slow.
Okay. It's basically it lets you sort of treat normal like light as far as
Yeah,
movement goes.
exactly.
Okay.
So, like, if you tell me you want to jump into a river and swim to shore before the people can cross a bridge, can't do that unless you're in light load or quick and quiet in light load.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, so what is this maneuver to
Yeah, if you're running, maneuver. If you're scouting, like if you're being stealthy, scout. Again, depending on whether or not you're trying to do speed over stealth.
what's my position? I think I'm a scout.
Cool. Position's risky still. Like you don't know what any of these doors are. Like you haven't looked in any of them. You've just been trying to like quickly and quietly run past.
Yeah. Um, standard?
Yeah, risky,
Okay.
risky standard.
Do you have?
Devil's bargain.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. I
A
was to be
demon
like,
steel.
yes, devil's bargain. The brooch is there, but Mister Hoppers isn't. You have to go find him. Um,
Unacceptable.
Also,
okay.
if the intent is to get both things, Devil's Bargain wouldn't work for that because it would
Well,
be.
it's
I suppose it's limiting it's meaning you'll have to do another check.
it's depending on whether or not the maneuver roll is to get there or get there and grab the thing.
Yeah, true.
That
true.
one is assuming the thing is there. But yeah, no, that's not an actual Devil's Bargain I'm going to give. Do I actually have one? No, I don't think I do. Sorry.
I have one, which
Sure.
is just like, which is, and you tell me if this is enough for it to be a Devil's Bargain because I don't know about like things that are hidden, but like the door to the bedroom just makes like a really loud, horrible screech.
Alerting the rest of like the floor is totally a Devil's Bargain. Or even the floor below. Like just like alerting this section of the household. Y'all have been rolling fucking sixes, so like I don't
trust
Don't
that
pull no
luck
punches.
glass is my problem. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Because my main goal is to get this girl out alive, and
I need you to get more supplies. So.
Yeah, so if getting the rabbit is going to trigger that and then put her in danger, that's not acceptable for Crimson. So I'm just gonna push myself.
Okay, this rabbit. Gotta get this rabbit. It's 5. So what I think happens is you get there, and there is you open the door, and you're like I don't think the door screeched or anything. You didn't alert anything else, but what you see when you enter is essentially do you remember me describing those like snakes and like the people? So what you see is like this a person that's like seems like a little bit longer and like they're like stretched out a bit. Sure, but I have to describe it before you can kill it. You'll know what it is first.
It needs to die.
But it seems to be rooting around the place, right? And when you open the door, it like flips around extremely quickly, and like its eyes have been like it doesn't have any.
Good.
It's slightly bloated and its skin is gray, and it opens its mouth, and a snake is going to come out and like launch itself at you, essentially. Like just claw.
It buffs snakes?
Sorta, yeah.
Cool.
Snakes.
So is that a thing I'm going to have to resist, or is this like the start of our combat? Is it's ready to puke a snake?
It's more like this thing is like that. The thing is going to like startle you. I think normally I'd be like, now it's like a desperate skirmish because it's close to you. However, I think this thing has a particular stare about it, where when it first locks eyes with you, you don't react in time. It's what do you mean?
Doesn't have eyes.
That's fair. I'm talking about the snake, not it.
Oh,
like the snake fucking drips out, like the fucking like when that thing like when you see that thing, you're like startled for seconds, for like a solid second. It is going to like, so if you resist that, then you can just immediately go into skirmish. If you want to stand there for a second, you'll take harm and then skirmish.
I'm gonna resist that.
Cool.
Prowess, I assume.
That's a resolve resist. Actually, it's just fucking like it's just terrifying to look at.
Oh, I figured it was like a get control of my senses quick enough to intercept it before it grabs.
No, it's like it's just a shake yourself like with your force of will.
Oh, okay, great. This is so good.
It's sort of magic-y.
2. Okay, so cool.
That's 4 stress.
Yep, I'm capped out on stress now.
Cool.
I'm not traumatized. I'm just don't push me.
So like the thing's like the snake like lurches itself out of this thing's mouth and is going to like launch itself at you, essentially like spring loaded almost. And like but you snap yourself out and you're able to react first. So I imagine skirmish.
Yes. So, should I tell you what I want to do, and then we see if that happens?
However you want to do it.
Okay.
Just tell me what your like intentions are with the roll.
So the snake is going to come at me, and instead of like snatching it, I'm wearing armored gauntlets. Going to grab it, shove it back in the mouth, and then with my other armored hand, just punch clean through the neck.
Okay.
Fucking sick.
Risky? Desperate? What is this?
Desperate.
Okay.
It's an escalation.
My question is like, what's the effect?
So you're tier 2, like effectively with your heavy armor, and if you're using your sword, then you're all like a fine hand weapon rather. If you're using fine hand weapon, then you're also tier 2. This thing is also tier 2. It's not like big. There's no scale thing here, so like desperate standard.
Okay. Devil's bargain?
The thing's gonna bite you regardless. Like you're gonna take some corruption. Like it will get through like a fleshy bit.
So that would do corruption, not like a harm?
Yeah, if the thing is Yeah. Okay.
I was kind of hoping I could take some harm, but that's fine.
Biter's whole thing isn't really like killing you unless you're dealing with like the riders or the wolves. Like all of the other shit's about corrupting you. Like they're all the like vermin and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just gonna go with what I got then. Got a 5. It's not great.
This thing isn't called Biter, by the way. The like the broken's called Biter. Although I believe the full title is Beast of the Endless Hunger, aka Biter. Gotcha. World Eater is also what people call it.
That one's better. I like that one.
World Eater's good. Anyways, so what was the roll? Let me check. That's 5. So I think like you kill it. Like that's cool. However, like when you like punch through its like when you punch, like you grab the snake and punch through its throat and like its flesh crumples. It's almost like it's more like brittle than you would think it would be. However, as soon as you like tear into it, more like these snakes just start pouring out of it and start like swarming you up your arm, and like are just going to like constrict and just start biting you. So I'm gonna say that's tier 2 desperate. It's level 3 harm. Like they're gonna like start like apps like constricting all over you and like sinking fangs into you and paralyzing you. And yeah, killed the zombie, but not the snakes.
Okay. I
Also, sorry if anyone's scared of snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes? I'm going to use my armor to knock that down. My fine fitted heavy plate.
Sure.
Does that take it down by 2 since it's heavy?
You can use it twice if you want to knock it down 2. It has 2 uses. If you use it twice, you don't have it anymore, but you can knock it down from 3 to 2 to 2 to 1.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I want to resist. If I take the level 1, I'll have less effect, but I'll clear stress.
If you resist, you'll straight up trauma right now. Like unless you roll
unless you get a 6.
Yeah. Heart of the cards. This would be prowess, right?
Sure. I just want to point out you will die. That's all.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Are you using armor first or resisting first?
Armor first. I did the 2 things of armor, and then.
So you're dropping it down to level 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to try to resist it to 0.
Yes.
Okay. It's a bad idea. That's up to you.
I'm all on board.
What's up? That's a crit.
I'm clear stress.
Get wrecked, Dice Man.
Oh, okay.
You legend.
Sure.
Heart of the cards.
Sure.
Do they like explode off of her?
So I think.
Do I flex the snakes to death?
I don't think.
It's a critical. Do I flex the snakes to death?
I don't think that's possible.
We'll see.
You can flex them off of you and then murder them though. So yeah, you do not take any harm. This place is clear now. It was like ransacking the place. It was looking for something, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Probably a bunny.
It was probably Mr. Jumples, or whatever his name is.
Mr. Hoppers.
Mr. Hoppers.
So the bunny you'll like find under the bed,
Okay.
it seems, and the brooch is somewhere like discarded on the floor.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in my I'm gonna strap the bunny to my back next to my sword, and I'm gonna stick the.
If you draw the bunny by accident instead of the sword, I'm gonna.
It'll be so great as I die. I'll be like, all right, and then the girl's walking around with like a sword as big as her, trying to figure out why she has it. Classic mix-up.
Come on, Mr. Hoppers. Let's murder everyone.
Reminds me of like. Anyways, I'll call it later. So yeah, you grab both. I'm not gonna make you roll to get back to the group, but you get back to the group and you have a bunny and a brooch.
Yay! Well done.
Well, it depends. Did the rest of the group want to go without her, or
no?
Okay. In that case, yeah, you just wait for their arrival and they roll back with Mr. Hoppers and a brooch. And Maja tries to very much downplay her excitement at having Mr. Hoppers back.
I think as I walk up, like my armor is dented from all like the constriction and bites.
It's gone. You had to like take it off. Like it's like,
I think she's probably taken off the last couple pieces and like putting them down gently so it doesn't clang. She goes, I found a rabbit, and I found some snakes.
Snakes are bad.
The snakes are no longer a problem.
Did you say how fat is the rabbit?
I found a goat earlier, but I couldn't bring it back.
It's not a real rabbit, and you're not in the room.
Shouting from outside with a hoarse whisper.
Yeah.
You found a horse?
The horse is shouting.
Wait, do we get to mark horses on our?
Fucking Christ!
Walking horses? That counts as 2 supplies.
So meanwhile, during all of this,
Okay, Mr. Ed, how many supplies do we have? Sorry, I'm so sorry, Alice. Blackshot.
New hack of Band of Blades where it's a little kid playing with mini little like stuffed animals and stuff. So like the marshals, their pet bunny, or like not pet bunny, but like a stuffed bunny. Anyways,
I am on board for this.
It's a hack of a hack.
I mean, so Band of Blades is considered its own game rather than a hack. But yeah. Meanwhile, during all of that shenanigans, y'all outside, scout friends. So a thing you're going to notice at some point around this time is if you're like, I imagine you've moved so that you have a better vantage point of like the front entrance as well as the back entrance, rather than just having one or the other.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So what I think you're going to see is Boryev, you're going to see that the two, one of the sisters and that guy, with the feather eyes and the daggers, they're going to come through the main gate and go towards the manor, going to enter.
I shoot dagger guy with my. Now he's not undead either, is he?
No.
Okay, I shoot him with bow and arrow and whistle.
Cool. So, that is a thing you may do. That's a shoot action.
Cool.
They're tier 4.
Yeah.
So, as it stands, that's limited? They're far from you. They don't, the sisters have ranged weapons. They don't necessarily know exactly where you are, and you're using a bow, so that's risky rather than desperate, but it's limited effect.
Cool.
What if you just leave them alone and we will sneak out?
Have we got the stuff?
You have some of the stuff.
Enough to count for the mission, though?
You have several trinkets. There are more. Essentially, I will say right now they gave you a list, and there is you will get less supply now if you leave, but you will get some. If you retrieve all the artifacts, you will get the full 4 supply.
I have.
So as it stands, you'll get 2.
And Verdant is with me, aren't they?
Correct.
Verdant has used their armor,
but not their shield.
Don't be a hero. Or I don't know.
Or do.
So what's the plan?
I'm gonna shoot him. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Risky limited.
Or alternatively, desperate standard.
Correct. If you make the situation more desperate for you somehow.
Well, yeah. I think that's me running towards the, me calling out as opposed to just whistling, being like, "Yo," and yelling for backup, and also running towards them to get a closer shot.
Cool.
Verdant has a musket as well, if that could be used in this situation.
Can that be a helping thing?
Yeah, if you want to shoot too, it will put you in consequence. It will the consequences of the action will also apply to you most likely, especially because they will know where you are, but you can assist.
Cool.
Yes,
Awesome.
definitely.
So spend a stress and
how do you feel about Devil's Bargains? Anyone? Devil's Bargains? Anyone?
You're your own devil's bargain half the time. Have I ever told you that? I don't. I don't think I have one off the top of my head. Other than
I'm looking at Cammy now and being like,
"Oh, I have one because it's just kind of true." You're going to this will 100% alert the rest of the house because this is not going to be a quiet thing, especially if someone's shooting a musket.
Taking it, great, cool,
Yeah.
rolled.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, the rest of the house is
Mother-
alerted.
Yeah.
Trucker!
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I think
Can we be friends?
So you like yell, you take the one shot. Verdant also takes their shot. Yeah, this person straight up like takes the dagger and deflects your arrow, and I think just like was already out of like. I think Jason, or not sorry, Jason. I think Verdant had lined up the shot, expecting them to like stagger for a second when you shot them, and they just didn't. So it just straight up misses. Like it wasn't going anywhere near them.
Yeah.
And so that happens. They immediately see both of you. The one sister is going to shoot you in the face, Ash.
What kind of harm is
Boryev. So that's desperate action. They're tier 3. Like they're tier 3, he's tier 4. This is it was action against him, but he's not the one doing it. So I will say 4. Yeah, 4 harm.
Great, awesome. I use a use of fine armor.
Cool. That's
now,
3.
Does fine armor bring it? What does fine mean for armor?
So fine means rather than it being rather than it being tier 1, like 1 armor, it's tier 2 armor. So if you are in a fist fight with a tier 2 opponent, it will essentially make you it will equal you on tier. They are still higher than you on tier, however. So it doesn't actually negate anything.
Okay, cool. So fine doesn't make a difference here.
Not
just
here.
It's just armor. Cool, awesome. What am I calling this?
I mean, so what I think happens is you're going to take an arrow and it's going to be like straight like I'm trying to think this arrow. Oh, easy. The arrow's poisoned. You can't move.
Awesome. I mean, I can't move without help.
Without help or pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's poisoned to the point where like you're too weak to function on your own at the moment.
Oh yeah. I'm on the need help thing. Unless our friend wants to like help me push this down some more, wants to defend me and push it down some more, but that's up to them.
That's not pushing it down. That's taking the harm on themselves.
Oh, that's true. You don't want to do that.
Maybe they do, depending. They are actually don't think it would matter for them. It would essentially be rather than you taking level 3, they'd take level 3. Because even if they defend and then resist, they'd be knocked down to level 2, and they already have 2 level 2. So
yeah, exactly. I think
level 3.
I think this is fine. I'll take this poisoned. That's right.
So yeah, you hear a gunshot inside. Your scout is now poisoned. Verdant. Yeah, that's the situation. The one guy is going to like. I think Locke is at you. And he's gonna beeline towards you because he knows they can't do anything. So like that guy's gonna run towards you, and the sister is going to walk over towards Boryev.
Remind me how much the distance is.
Like a good. There's a good distance. I'm trying to think of like meters or whatever. Give me like a size, like a decent distance that it
how
would
many
take,
buses?
3.
22 kilograms.
Okay. Yep, cool.
Like
Okay.
Not like transit buses, but like school buses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Verdant is going to pull the scout whose name escapes me.
Boryev.
Boryev back to safety since he's not mobile at the moment.
I got poisoned. It's bad.
Can you not resist the poison?
No.
No, like
because you don't have any strength.
Yeah.
It's that.
But just grab him by the shoulders and haul.
And it would have only dropped down to like -1d anyway. And then, yeah.
So if that's the plan, that's a maneuver roll. Desperate maneuver roll that it could be a group action or an assist from.
I should have resisted it down because I have +1 dice. It's too late for that now.
Still trauma depending on the situation, but
like the chance of getting a 6 is higher. That's all.
That's fair. It depends on how high the chance is. But anyways,
can I take a devil's bargain on this?
What the hell?
Does anyone have one?
I don't. Yeah, anyone.
I was gonna say maybe the weird pit of snake corpses. Some get loose.
There's
No.
I attracting attracting the more attention from not only inside, but like some of the forces from out from the town start migrating towards here. That's a devil's bargain, sure. Like they're going to, if you do not get out soon, this place is going to get surrounded. Devil's bargain.
I don't think that's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
Maybe it would have been.
Maybe it would have been. So you, I was going to say, was this desperate? Because you were technically assisting. Like, if you like, this could be a group action with Oriev also doing something.
You did say desperate.
It is still desperate, but I'm asking: is this a group action, Boriev? Because if they're like literally physically picking you up,
yeah, I would be helping, wouldn't I? Okay, yeah,
yeah.
Right. What was it was desperate.
Standard.
Do you know why I'm doing that? Because it's a desperate roll.
XP, baby.
Fucking Christ. Okay.
Hey.
So, what I think happens is you like are trying to. Where are you going? Where is the escape route? Because they're not like sprinting towards you at the moment. They're like almost Terminator walking.
Oh, that's plenty of time.
What was the plan?
I had the feeling that we were on a roof, so I like the idea that we fall off the roof.
Yeah, off the roof, but onto something that's like a bush or something like that.
Sure. So your plan was to tumble off the roof. That's great. And I think that happens. However, you know one of those daggers I was talking about? He is going to take one and hurl it at you. And you're going to take that in the fucking the sternum, no, the back. You turn
I was gonna say in the
around,
spine.
Yeah, you take that in the back as you're falling. That's fuck. Okay.
It's big because it was desperate.
So I'm there tier 4, you're tier 1. Or no, they're tier 4, you're tier 1. Desperate action, that's level 5 harm. However, like there's no way you can resist that down. I'm sorry. Like you could resist
you can resist it down to 4.
You could resist it down to 4, which
you
will
could
kill
shield
you.
it down to 4.
You have a shield.
Resist it down to 3.
You have a shield, actually.
Yeah. So shield on back would definitely catch some of that, and then
sure.
Resisting.
And then I like the idea of as you're falling, being like fuck.
Yeah.
What's your stress at?
4 out of 6 right now.
Okay. So you just yeah.
And that's before this, so it's 2 from resisting, or what is it from resisting?
What do you
resisting?
mean?
So okay, so mark the shield to bring it down to 4, and then you're gonna roll. I think it sounds like a prowess resist to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's prowess resist,
and that'll tell us how much stress the resistance costs.
Okay, I see.
Which is 2.
4. So
now you're just maxed out on stress. Yeah.
You're maxed out on stress.
You're not over, so you don't trauma.
That's the thing. However, as soon as that knife makes contact, you go tumbling off the thing, and after you lay there for a second, you don't take it out immediately, and there's this smell coming off of Oriev now, and you just look at them, and it's hard not to think of them as anything other than food.
Okay. Okay. Here's a fun thing though.
Yeah,
that's not a consequence because it can't be a consequence from this roll.
No.
Yeah.
However, it's saying get the knife. I'm more saying that's what the knife does.
Yeah.
And so it was more, however, saying if it had killed you, stuff might have happened.
Yeah.
That's more I was gonna say.
Yeah. So you like Boriev don't have an irresistible hunger, but you definitely have a little bit of that is,
I could eat.
That's a tasty looking.
Stomach feels empty.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
However,
he's a tasty boy.
You're both you are both at level 3 hard. So not much you can do anymore because neither of you can assist the other to act. Actually, sorry, if one of you spent stress to let the other act, you could do something, but the other person would trauma. You have essentially 1 action left in any of you if someone does that. That's it.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
No.
And what happens if we trauma?
If you trauma, you die.
If you trauma, you die. If
Great.
I trauma, I'm just out of the action for the rest of the mission. So,
rest of the scene.
Oh, scene. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So that's not as big a deal. So what's going to happen is like when we if we need to do that, I'll do it. But in the meantime, like at least the rest of the party knows that there's shit going on.
Yeah. So I'll also say, remember, like you're like I for some reason want to say you were on like this roof. Like it was pretty far. You're like next to the pit. Like it's not like there's nothing coming out of it or
Why
climbing
would
out.
they be all the
but,
way
like,
over there?
We
because-
were all at the. Sorry, I thought we were all at the at the
Oh right, I'm
thing.
sorry, I forgot you went with them. Yeah,
Well,
never
we
mind.
were all
I'm-
we were all at the mansion keeping an eye.
Yeah,
and so we
so
were keeping an eye on the
you
mansion.
were standing on like this side, and you're over like here now. So like the
Yep, works for
entrance is like crawlable distance away, but it's like scary. Meanwhile, inside,
Things are
So we can
great.
hear that there's a commotion.
you hear a gunshot and then probably some screaming, and that's it.
After the gunshots, do we hear anything in the house that's not us?
Yeah. So there's going to be
Fuck.
several doors opening. So like you're because there was Devil's Bargain that was taken. So there is going to be doors opening both downstairs and upstairs. If you are like quick, you can run downstairs. And maybe like it sounds like things are filing outside. So it depends on sort of like what your plan is.
Where's the study in relation to the servants' entrance and us?
So the servants' entrance is the servants' entrance to like the manor courtyard. Like that's sort of what the servants' entrance was. The servants' entrance is like the study is on the second floor. The servants' entrance would be on ground floor. So you were on the third. You're going to second, which is like, and then you would need to get to first. And that's assuming you bypassed the cellar entirely.
Well, we're going downstairs anyway, so
Sure.
can we go to the study?
Sure, it's like you can go to the study. That's what I'm saying. Like you're going down the floor to the study / trophy room, and then going from there downstairs again, and then leaving. If you're as long as you're bypassing the cellar.
That's the plan. And then I will leave. I'm going to lead a sneaky move.
Sure. So your plan is to like sneak down, like hole up in a room that you know is empty, wait for some forces to file out, and then try to get to the study, grab the thing, get out?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you use discipline on enemies? Sentient,
No.
like intelligent
Like just like things that can be taunted, maybe, but like
that's what I mean. Intelligent enemies, can you yell at them to
sure.
intimidate
To-
them? Can you use discipline to intimidate?
That would. So here's the thing. I almost want to say intimidating someone through words is still sway rather than discipline. It's convincing someone to believe a thing, including believing you could kill them. It's still sway to me. Regardless, no one like so is the plan hiding and then sneaking to the thing?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if I could yell at the intelligent panyas and.
Oh, you could. The effect probably wouldn't be great, but you could definitely try.
I'll do that if it comes to it. But yes, I will lead the sneaky sneak. Crimson
Sure.
doesn't want a sneaky sneak.
Crimson wants to get the fuck out.
But the thing's on the way, and we have to sneaky sneak anyway.
We don't have to. We can run.
That's a
Fuck it.
maneuver instead of a scout.
I mean, I will follow orders. I feel like getting out with our lives is better than us all dying for knickknacks.
Knick-knackerinos.
Knick-knack paddywhack.
We're in a bad place. half of our people can't act on their own, and I'm literally one stress away from death. Like, we need to get this person back intact.
Right now, if you get out, you get two supply, including the one that is like the one from Maja, for being unharmed.
So I've only got one supply worth of stuff so far.
Well, no, you do two supply. You got her room, the study / like
So it'd be
2 plus 1 for Maja being alive. Then.
2 plus Maja. Okay, yeah.
3 total, and then there's
good.
1 supply left of stuff.
Let's bail. Let's hip hop.
I will point out it is the commander's decision on when to bail on a mission.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not saying that.
We're just making a case.
I'm making I am suggesting.
Oh, I just wanted to say because Jason wouldn't know that.
Oh yeah, no, I have no idea.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So whenever the shit gets too real, it is your call on when people would bail on a mission. So
to clarify, we've got most of the stuff that we came for.
All bar one.
Bar one.
One supply worth of stuff.
Died.
Yeah, no one's died
No
yet.
one has died presently.
And we have that other mission also getting us supply things maybe.
As long as
that's why the other potential supply is the reason that I'm okay to drop one now.
Let's bail.
Cool. Maja's not going to complain. She's got
Mr. Hopper.
She got Mr. Hopper, and like her father will be disappointed, but not like mad. So she is willing to go along with this. If the commander has made that call, so unless anyone wants to break that call, the mission is now to get out.
I would like to direct Crimson to get out with the rookies and Maja, and I will go into the study myself because I'm fine, pretty well.
Maja will describe the thing, but she doesn't want to go alone with someone to like find a place full of undead. Like she's terrified. She wants to get out.
No. I will go to the Tyrius will go to the study, and Maja will go with Crimson and the rest.
Oh,
of them
I understood. Okay,
out.
I misunderstood. Okay, yeah, she'll describe what the thing you're trying to get is, to, like the best of her ability, and yeah, fine, perfect.
Can Crimson pick up Tyrius and carry Tyrius out?
I mean, yeah, you could definitely do that. You'd be breaking chain of command.
I don't think it'll be that risky to.
Like it's the overarching like chain of like order is to get out, but Tyrius is the officer in charge. If Tyrius makes the call that yes, the rest should get out, but this is more important for me to do.
The study is on the way to get out, and so I'll only be a little bit behind.
I just want to inform you that will be a thing. That's all.
Come with us.
Fine. Okay, so can we do a maneuver to really?
Yeah, just fucking maneuver just to book it out of here. Sure.
I will lead the group maneuver. What are we risky?
Desperate. If you're just fucking bailing while people are like undead are still filing out, essentially, desperate.
Yeah, we're kind of being beset on all sides, I think. So, this is the most desperate rolls I think I've ever seen in a session.
Yeah.
Effective standard?
No one's died.
No one's died. You're just all very close. It's a 4. It's also
Another
a
4.
4.
Do I need to do one for the rookies?
Yes, please.
You do need to do one for the rookies. You've all rolled at least 1 6 on all these 1-die rolls. So
So is this for everyone, or is it just the people who are in the house currently?
People in the house currently.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the rookies give you stress because they're fucking terrified of what's happening. So I will describe a thing that's going to like have happened, and you're just gonna have to tell me what you want to resist, if any of it. So I'm going to take like y'all rolled 4 to 5 and the rookies failed, so I'm going to take that as in the rookies of the weak link here.
Mm-hmm.
You're bailing out, and like the rookies are starting to trip over themselves, and like you start seeing more of those. Like you're essentially like the feral and the vipers are pretty much all that's in here because they're the only ones intelligent enough to actively look for something. So you'll turn a corner, go down some stairs. You'll see like several feral that were like rushing down. I imagine like the heavies like bull rushing through them. Some of the rookies are going to straggle behind. I think one of them is going to get like stuck on like essentially the second floor, like they get cut off. And like you're going to make it out, and then by the time you actually get outside to the courtyard, I think another rook is going to go missing. So 2 rookies.
Resist that with resolve to keep.
Not a resolve resist.
Insight?
No, it is a maneuver roll. It is a prowess resist.
Okay, I'll take that. Can I boost? Can I boost a resist roll?
No. Wait.
Can I push myself on a result on a resist?
You can push yourself on a resist, correct? It's just inefficient depending on what you roll, because if you roll poorly, pushing yourself will make it more likely to fail, or like more likely to trauma rather. You can do it. It's just inefficient. Depends on the math. I don't know your stress levels.
I have 4 stress, so I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, pushing yourself on that will mean if you roll a 6, if you don't roll a 6, you'll trauma. If you push yourself, it's 2 stress.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. Okay, I won't do that then. I will just do a normal prowess. How much prowess does Crimson have?
A bunch.
But Crimson has no stress.
I have 1 stress free.
Like I'm pretty sure if both of you, like if either of you trauma, either of you die. So.
Do you want to each resist a rookie dying?
No, I will do both. I am the leader.
Okay. Alice, I want to do something after we resolve all this.
Okay. You're real good. You didn't push. That's 2 stress.
And I have to do again for the second rookie?
If you want to say both rookies, yeah, it's 2 separate things. They're like if you rolled a Trump, yeah.
No, that's 1. I'm on.
You said you were at 4 stress, right? 4 stress, 2 stress because you rolled 4 there, so that's 6, and then that last one takes you over to trauma, doesn't it?
No, I had 4 stress left, so I've just.
Okay. Completely. Never mind. You're fine. Everything's fine. You had 4 stress left.
Fine.
It gave me a fright.
I kick the rookies in the pants, and we make it out. The escape.
It's you start seeing them lag behind, and you're literally just grabbing them, and like I imagine you're all just fucking standing behind the bulldozer that is Crimson and just booking it out. Cool. So none of the rookies die. You make it to the courtyard. I think as you're running to that entrance, you see like in the bushes, got like Verdun and Boriev like on their backs, like this dagger like in Verdun's hand, like they're all like crumpled on this bush, but neither of them are like moving.
Okay, so before we get too far away from the manor, is it wood on the inside?
I mean, there's like wood, like some of it is, sure.
It's wood enough. Okay, I want to throw my lit lantern that I brought with me into the manor, because whatever's not being picked up by us is not being picked up by anybody.
I will say that lanterns are designed so when you throw or drop them, they don't break like in that manner.
I'm real strong.
This is fair. I'm more saying that like it's not.
That sounds like a limited.
It would be a limited rec roll.
Okay.
I have really good rec.
Me too. Surprise.
No way, I have 1.
I have 2.
That's the opposite of good.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's good. It could be 0.
What risky, desperate? What are we?
I mean, stopping to do the thing like this is risky. Honestly, like it depends. I really just I don't want to just keep saying desperate on you. It sounds like you're doing this as you're running back, like not really like looking or thinking about it. If you're taking your time to aim it, desperate. If you're just throwing it behind you, risky, limited effect.
I think like before I charge through the door, like leading out, I think it's like shield, grab from my pack, huck it at the nearest wooden thing and keep charging out.
Yeah, so it sounds like risky limited because you're not really thinking about it. You're just hoping it has the effect you want. Cool. So, I think that like dresser is going to catch fire, which isn't going to burn down the entire house.
And I perform the same thing with my lantern.
I mean, it would also be limited. Sure. Well, that just sounds like you'd be assisting.
Yeah, which
But if
isn't going to push the effect up, right? And you're not going to get a critical because there's no 6
best
there.
you could hope for was a 6.
So, and we needed to declare that assist beforehand.
Yeah.
But I could do it separately, and then none of us take
that wouldn't be a
stress.
separate. That would be a separate action. That would have either been an assist or a group action. You can't just do one thing and then have someone do the exact same thing.
That's how guns work. Never mind. Okay, let's pick up the asleep people and roll out.
Sure.
Asleep.
I mean, I'm because it like just hit 10 and stuff. I'm happy counting that last roll as just the get the fuck out roll. If y'all like, does it sound interesting to have someone like try to grab you too, or you act on your own?
I think if anything, it'd be another group roll. But I don't think that like if you think that we don't need a roll to get out now, then that's.
I don't
fine.
think they do. I'm on the fence whether or not you two do.
Yeah, I mean, the answer is: do you want the whole team to do a group roll? Because that's what I would.
No, I don't. I don't think I. Yeah.
Then let's go to break and we can fade out on the mission.
Okay.
Does that sound like a good plan to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.